Good afternoon, Evolution family. Today is Wednesday, November 13th, 2024. It's approximately 1 p.m. Pacific time. And I want to welcome you to the Art to Travel Facebook Wednesday training that we have every Wednesday. Good afternoon, Amanda. How are you today?
Okay, how are you doing?
I'm good. I know it's been a crazy week this week. We've had Carnival Cruise Line week, but this training is very important. So I want to welcome all the new agents or even agents that have been in the program for several months, but they're not really familiar with cruises. We're going to show you the basics of how to book a cruise. And joining us via phone is our cruise coordinator and our group cruise coordinator, Miss Peggy Hape. Hi, Peggy. How are you?
I'm doing well, Jose. Hello to everyone, and hope you get some information from this maybe you didn't know before.
Yeah, and we like to update this like once every several months because things do change now. This is very important,
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and this goes hand in hand with what the training is for today. Today, we're going to show you how to book a cruise, all right? This is getting down before you go into the booking engine. Now, at 3 p.m., what Drew Santiago, the BDM for Carnival, is going to show you is how to work that booking in the booking engine of GoCCL.com. He's going to show you the tricks, the tips, so you can be more proficient and more effective in making the booking and bringing it back to your client. Now, if you want a copy of this PowerPoint, all you need to do is email me at the end of the presentation. That way you have it. And if you have any questions at all about this, write them down and we'll take them at the end of this session, okay? So like I said, if you want a copy of this PowerPoint, all you need to do is email me at the end of this presentation. You can use these techniques that we're going to show you for all the cruise lines of our preferred suppliers, but meaning that it's Carnival Week, we're going to show you how to do this one, okay? So that's how we do it. Okay, so now let's go to the next slide. All right, starting off, I really suggest you grab a piece of paper, a pen, or a pencil. I'll do this first one, okay? But we're going to go really basic, okay? What is a cruise? A cruise is an ocean voyage on a cruise ship line, taken for pleasure or as a vacation. Cruise ships are semi and inclusive resorts that move from port to port around the planet. For travelers, they offer a chance to sample the life of different ports and includes opportunities for both relaxation and excitement. Passengers can visit different places without constantly packing and unpacking. And I think this is a really good point here, especially if you're doing Europe. If you do a lot of FITs to Europe, there's a lot of packing and unpacking and packing, like if you do 2 or 3 days in one city and then another city, it's like, it gets tiring. Plus you're hauling that. Whatever you're going to take with you, you got to take with you. So depending on the cruise line and pricing package, the price of the cruise usually takes care of the accommodations, meals, activities, entertainment, and much, much more. So this is basically what a cruise is. Okay, let's go to the next slide. And Miss Peggy will do this one. Okay?
All right. What is a cruise ship? A cruise ship is like a large floating resort. On board, you can enjoy the luxury and comfort of a 5-star hotel, plus you can choose from different activities. Most cruise ships are equipped with several restaurants, bars, casinos, swimming pools, jacuzzi, spas, gym, shops, theater, cinema,
Yep.
and there's a whole lot more activities
Yeah,
available.
it's like a hotel, okay, on top of this ship. And remember this because there are 2 crews that work the ship, that work a cruise ship. Okay, there's the hotel department, right? Then there's the ship, and there's different crews for that, and you can see that when you're going on the cruise lines. Now, here are the Art to Travel cruise lines that we currently work with. The ones with the 3 stars are our preferred suppliers. We would rather you book with them because you will make more commission, but also the customer service stuff. And I tell you, I really salute all of our BDMs that we do work with, man. They are on top of it. Even the land vendors.
Yeah,
I mean, they are just,
They are
when we need,
amazing.
and I'll show you an example. When Peggy needs some from Drew, because she sees me all, I mean, he's on it. Like, she'll email and 10 minutes later, he's in contact with her. So, but these are them, and just be aware of them. You may not know all of these brands, but we're starting to expand, and next year we are going to be adding much more. And we have a new one here that I'm going to talk to you guys about. It's starting off with Azamara Club Cruises. Then we have Carnival Cruise Line, Celebrity Cruises, Celestial. Those are all preferred. Cunard will be joining us next year, and they will be coming into the media center, but they're not a preferred yet. Disney Cruise Line, That's a big one, and you guys book a lot of that. Holland America Line, you guys book a lot of that. MSC Cruises, you book a lot of that. Margaritaville at Sea, this is a new one that we've just added this year, Norwegian Cruise Line. Then we have Oceana, Paul Gauguin Cruises. Paul Gauguin is mostly in Tahiti areas, the South Pacific. Princess Cruises, Kevin Kerwin is our BDM for that. Regent Seven Seas Cruises. Royal Caribbean International, that is Randy Rout. Seabourn Cruise Line, and then Silver Seas. Silver Seas will also be coming in next year during wave season, and they're going to do a presentation. And then we have Virgin Voyages, and that's Megan Wilcox. So these are the ones that we book with. Now, there are other ones that maybe may not be on this list, but yes, you're more than welcome to book with them if you want, but just let us know so we can get registered with them and make sure that you can get your booking and make your commissions, okay? All right, let's go to the next slide. All right, Miss Peggy, you can do this one.
Okay. New cruise pricing 2024. Normally the first pricing will be at the lowest category. That's normally going to be on the inside, lowest category. The amount shown, cabin only per person, double occupancy, includes port charges, taxes, and fees. Pricing does not include insurance and gratuities, excursions, drink packages, and miscellaneous, spa, wellness, specialty restaurants. And then, of course, when in doubt, call the cruise line, customer support. Always get the name of the party you are speaking to.
Yes. The reason why we bring this up, this changed in, I think, July, wasn't it, of this year?
I believe it was July.
Yeah, it went into effect in July, and they added this, the port charges, taxes, and fees, so they're not surprised that they still have to pay more. Now, with these, let's just talk about this, because this is really important. You should definitely get insurance, travel protection on the booking. That's what I mean by insurance, to make sure that if anything happens, Peggy, you and I have seen this several times during the year. This happens. You guys call us.
Yeah.
My clients did not get the insurance on the booking, so they received nothing. If they didn't do that and they got down to the port late and they didn't get on the ship, guess what? They lost the entire amount. So this really protects the travel investment of the booking. When I was an agent, I never even mentioned this. It was automatically included as credit, because I didn't want to bring it up. Gratuities is another thing that a lot of clients want to get out of. I don't want to have to pay that. Well, I don't know. I think that's kind of wrong, because, the staff that's going to work, and you see these people work hard. Your rooming staff, the people that take care of your room and your cabins, the restaurant workers, the bartenders, the entertainers. It's just, that's a must. Excursions is there. The drink packages, miscellaneous, the spa, wellness, specialty restaurants, all of those can be booked outside of this amount. Okay, so inform your clients about how this is going to be paid. Okay, so you're probably going to have two charges on this, right, Peggy? You're going to have this
Right.
first. Have paid for this one, and then for all the extra goodies. Now, let me give you a hit. This is a tip here. Spa and wellness. Okay, they usually have specials on the first day of the cruise that you can purchase, right, before your cruise. You don't want to purchase the spa and wellness when you're on the ship. It's really expensive then. But before, let's say like 2 months before you go on the Carnival Radiance, that's, I always do this, they'll have a special, and you can get like maybe an hour massage for $100. But on cruise days, it's like $150, $175. So think about that.
Well, and you can also schedule the appointment
That's right.
right on the website.
Right. And you go and
Purchase and schedule the time that you want. If you wait until you get on board, you're going to take what's left over.
that's right. So think about that. Also for the specialty restaurants and the excursions, you want to book this stuff before you get your client on the ship, because then I tell you, the drink packages are really expensive then, and you always see that.
Yeah.
You always see that. You get on the board the next day. You say, they'll have a table up, drink packages for sale, and then it's like another $100 more that you have to pay. So you want to do these things before you get on the ship. All right, let's go to the next slide. Right? That's a good tip, right?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Let's talk about this. This is what the new cruise quotes look like that your clients get. okay? And I want to make sure that you understand what you're sending to your client. So let's just look at this one. This is the very first, and actually this is like a long email, okay? So we've broken it up into
Yeah.
3 PowerPoint slides. So check this out. It's a 7-day inside passage glacier from Seattle. This is in Alaska on the Carnival Luminosa. It's a balcony upgrade up to 8D, okay? So there you go. Let's go to the next slide. All right, here's the itinerary, okay? As you can see, it's departing at, wow, they depart early. Look at that. Look at that there.
Start early at 3:30 out of Seattle.
So
yeah.
I bet you they close up probably around like 1-ish, right? With
Yeah,
a
if not earlier, because
Right.
they want you on board 3 hours prior.
the majority of the time that the cruise ships leave, like out of Miami and in Long Beach on the West Coast and in Galveston, it's like 5:30. So going out at 3:30, you better let them know to get there early. Okay, so here's your itinerary. Then we have the quote. We have the guest subtotal, the cruise charges, cruise fare, required cruise fees and expenses, government taxes, and the total. Let's go to the next slide. Again, these are the first things that you're going to get. Here's your fare information. Here's the cruise fare, required cruise fees, and here's the total for 2 people on the, now, remember, this is not showing you drink package, Wi-Fi, excursions, specialty restaurants, what's a spa and all that stuff. So there it is, okay? Now, if you have questions, you can always contact GoCCL and talk to them, or you can contact Peggy or myself. We will help you explain this to your clients, but this is something that you have to explain to them and let them know about it, okay? All right,
Exactly. And I'll walk you through how
Yeah.
to do this if you contact me directly.
you know. Okay, Peggy, you do this one.
Okay. Are cruise lines all-inclusive? All-inclusive cruise lines, Regent Seven Seas, Cunard, Silver Seas. Semi-all-inclusive cruise lines are Princess, Carnival, Royal Caribbean, and other cruise lines.
Norwegian
Specialty
falls into that.
restaurant.
Virgin Voyages falls into
Exactly.
that.
Virgin Voyages,
Norwegian.
all of those fall into that category.
Celebrity Cruises also falls into that, and you also have the specialty restaurants. Okay, so know that. Now you can get that feel of being, in an all-inclusive resort by, purchasing some of these packages, by purchasing the specialty restaurant before you get on board. But so it's sort of like semi-all-inclusive. Now let's talk about the drink packages. You have 2 types. You have the non-alcoholic drink package, which includes the following: coffees, teas, juices, sodas, milk, water. And then you have the wine and spirits package, includes the following: coffee, tea, juices, soda, milk, unlimited beer and wine, mixed drinks, specialties. Sometimes there's a charge for the high-end liqueurs, but I hardly ever see that. Now, I highly recommend that you get this, especially for families. This one, because your kids are going to be, they run around a lot on Carnival. You're going to see a lot of children.
Yeah.
They just were voted the best family cruise line, in the Travel Award for 2024. So I really highly recommend that you get this, or else they're going to be charged and zapped for sodas and juices and waters and everything else. Now, the wine and spirits packages, that explains itself, but definitely I highly recommend you get this. If you want to have a really good
Yes,
time
definitely.
and just relax and not have to worry about billing and signing and you really want to get this, okay? Plus, it's a lot of fun, too. All right, let's go to the next slide. Okay, there you go,
So
Peggy.
this is where we qualify. Picking the right cruise line. Have they cruised before? Is there a special occasion you're cruising? Which cruise line do you want to go on? I mean, all of those. Explain pre and post nights. Explain air and transfers. Explain excursions. Are there any special circumstances or needs? Do we need oxygen for Uncle Joe? Do we have wheelchairs? Do they need special cabins for Aunt Mary, who's in a wheelchair 24/7? Do the clients have, and I have a pop-up here, get rid of that. Do the clients have passports? And do they want to invite anyone else? Family, friends, neighbors?
Mm-hmm.
You'd be amazed at the number of additional cabins you can get because Mr. Smith down the road found out they were going on a cruise.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, I want in.
Okay, now, I just want to talk about some of these in here. You see this one right here? Have you ever cruised before? Be very careful here. If you've got a family of 4 that are going to bring, Uncle Charlie and Aunt Mary, and they've never cruised on, they're going on a 15-nighter, that could end up being really ugly because if you haven't been on a cruise before and you buy like a 7 or an 8, 10, itinerary, and you get your clients on there and Mrs. Client goes, I don't like this from the very first day, that could just be a real ugly thing. So what you always want to do is this, when you start working with, your clients and they've never cruised before, you say, great, you know what? Before we go into the larger itineraries, which are the 7, 8, 9, 10 nighters, let's try a 3 or 4 nighter. Let's see if you like it first. Let's see if you experience it and enjoy it. Because they're all pretty much the same. Once you experience Carnival, it's the same on Royal and Norwegian. They're all pretty much, MSC, they're all pretty much the same. But that's where you can build your, so in other words, instead of, I missed it, I didn't book them on that 15-nighter, but if you book them on a 3 or 4-nighter, and then they come back into a 7, 8-nighter, and then they come back into a 15-nighter, you see what I mean? It keeps building. Now, which cruise line do you want to go on? This one here, explain the pre and post nights. I have an agent in Sacramento. He calls me up, and he's a really good agent too. He calls me up, this guy, listen to this story, Peggy. It was during the hurricanes. And he calls me up, he goes, Jose, I don't know what to do. I said, what? He goes, well, I got my client going on the Icon tomorrow, on a Saturday, on the Icon. So he's got to get to Port Canaveral. And I went, so what? Why isn't he there now? Oh, he didn't want to do the pre-night. I go, why not? He goes, and then he says to me, Jose, he has a suite. So like the booking's like $30,000. And I'm like, you're kidding me. This guy couldn't break down, $150 for a hotel room, but he has $30,000 for a suite. And I forget if he made it or not. I forget if he did, but it was because, remember, the airports were closed and they didn't know if he could get there. So it was just, again, so tell your clients this is important, especially if you have families and reunions and all this. Like, no, I'm going to fly on the first day of my cruise. I'm going to fly on the day I got to sail out. Because something could happen.
No.
Something could happen. And look at you guys.
Weather can play a big part. Try and get him on a pre-cruise night at any cost.
And we have so many tools. We have so many tools for you to use. You have your Archer Go app. You have RoomRes. You have even ALG Vacations and Delta. All those guys can do that. So do that. And then the other thing I really want to talk about is this. This one right here. Do you want to invite anyone else, family, friends, etc.? A lot of agents forget that. And that's a great way to double your booking. It's really simple. And you know where I got that from? You know who Drew, because I was showing Drew Santiago gave. He said, no, Jose, you forgot to do this one. This should be your ending question. Do you want to invite anyone else to go on your family cruise with you? How about the Millers across the street? Oh, they're great. They get great. Our kids and their kids get along so well. Yeah, let's invite them to go on the Carnival Panorama. And you've just doubled your booking. It's that simple. But you got to ask that question. Because you can sit there and go, and even if it's a couple, we're going, it's our 25th wedding anniversary, blah, 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 blah. We're going to go down the Mexican Riviera. Oh, yeah, let's invite the Millers. Yeah, we like them. They like us. We go to dinner with them. It doubles out. All right, qualify. Now, this one's important also. What type of cabin does your clients want? The cabin types are interior, ocean view, balcony, mini suite, grand suite. And as you get into the suites, it gets sweeter in the pricing too, right, Peggy?
It sure does, yes.
But I'm telling you,
It sure does.
I mean, on these newer ships that we show you through the year, on the Norwegian cruise line Luna, oh my God, those suites are beautiful. And also on Royal Caribbean and the suites on the Jubilee, those are just, wow. They're beautiful. They're beautiful jets. They're beautiful suites and beautiful accommodations, really. All right, let's go to the next slide. Qualify. What time does your client want to dine? And dining choice is the client's choice is 5, 6 p.m., 7 p.m., and anytime dining. But this needs to be known. I always like anytime dining. I don't like it when people say, "Oh, yeah, I got to be at the." I'm like, no, I'm going to go and I've got a 4-hour window here. I got a 3-hour window. I'll make it in there sometime, but I don't like to be
Exactly.
told, but anytime dining.
Well, there's nothing worse than going into port and doing excursions and then going, oh my God, I've got early dining. I'm going to have to break my neck to get off of the excursion,
To get back on
get
ship.
into my cabin, get ready for dinner.
Mhm.
By the time you do all of that, you're exhausted. Forget dinner.
Yeah, so these are, again, questions that you need to ask your clients, okay? Especially if you've got kids or seniors or elderly people, we need to know these things. All right, let's go to the
Yeah.
next slide.
Yeah.
Okay.
All of the pork.
Look at this.
Oh my gosh, you need to know this.
Oh, yeah.
So you know where your people can leave from.
Mm-hmm. Now, some of these, this map's a little bit old, and some of these ports aren't as busy as they used to be, like Portland. But this is basically where the cruise terminals are in the United States. And this is something that you should know about because it's very important. This map also mirrors the brand that has the most cruise terminals in North America is Carnival, and you should know where those are. So make sure that you get it. But this is a really great map, and it shows you exactly in North America where the cruise terminals are. All right, let's go to the next slide. All right, go ahead. You do this one.
Oh, cruise weather factors. Always keep an eye on the weather.
Yeah.
Hurricane season. The Caribbean, June 1st or thereabouts through November 30th plus, because they can go on even into December.
Mm-hmm.
Pacific side, May 15th through November 30th plus. And then, of course, there's the www.weather.com that you can go to for updated weather, or definitely listen to your local weather station.
Or watch your morning briefing for your latest things. We talked to you this morning about the possibility of Hurricane Sarah is the next tropical storm that they're naming, and it should be around here by this weekend. Now, as Drew mentioned yesterday during when he was with us on Monday, and also yesterday when he was talking in Travel Brew, is that the cruise lines have an intelligence floor where all the information gets sent and sends out to their fleet to avoid these type of things. It's very rare, very, very rare when you ever hear about a cruise line being involved with a hurricane, because usually they're on top of it and they move their fleets and their entire inventory away from that bad weather. So you shouldn't have to worry about it, but it will be affecting your itinerary. So let's say that you were on the Carnival celebration and it was San Juan and Charlotte Amalie, and now they have to change it, and you're not going to San Juan, you're going to Mahogany Bay, or you're going to Cozumel, or you're going to have to just go with the flow. You have to let your clients know that these two dates are very important. If they're thinking about going on a cruise in September in the Caribbean, you have to really, you guys have seen what the weather's done this past season. You really have to let them know, go, do you really want to do that? That's the only time I have off. Okay, I'm just letting you know, it's better you tell them then until they go, wow, you didn't tell us it was hurricane season, and they don't have a good time, and they couldn't go to the places that they wanted.
Right.
All right, how to get a cruise quote. Here we go. Go to the cruise line website. There's a couple ways you can do this. You can go to the cruise line website and build a cruise quote with the correct information, email to the client for review, then book. Now, Drew is going to show you how to do that in the next training that we have here at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Like I said, he's going to show you how to go into goccl.com with the tricks and tips of how to be more proficient in that website. Or you can also call the cruise line and ask for a cruise quote. When you call the cruise line, they will ask for, instead of an IATA number, they will ask for the Archer Travel phone number. Archer Travel has its own dedicated cruise number. It is 818-248-9141. Please write that down, 818-248-9141. You provide all the information, the itinerary, the ship, the dates, cabin type. You have collected from the client. Get the name of the customer service rep you are working with. Very important. Have them email you the quote, email to the client to review, then book. 2 quotes, agent quote, client quote. Make sure that the client gets the correct quote. Now, during the process, if you have any questions, and this is something, if you have made the booking, let's say, okay, no, the client put down a deposit, I got a booking number, I would definitely do this. Call Peggy to make sure that the booking is correct. Call Peggy.
Yes.
Why do we do this? Why? Because we want to make sure that,
Make sure that everything is in place, that it's been done correctly, that everything is there the way that the client wants it. And if not, we can make the corrections with no problems.
and also what this is we're also making sure that you're getting commission. Because a lot of
Yes.
times you guys don't have the correct pricing. You went with the cheapest price, which is the net price, which isn't the gross price, so you don't make commission on that. Now,
Right.
we were supposed to do the importance of follow-up a couple of weeks ago. And Peggy and I had some calls this morning I had to send to Peggy. And this is really something. I'm kind of going, where was the agent on this one? Okay? We got clients calling us up
Yeah.
going, we're going out on Friday on the carnival, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and I don't like my room. I want to know about updating it. And I'm like, how can that be? How can that be? 2 calls on the same ship,
Yep. Same cabin.
same cabins. I mean, I'm going,
Same cabin.
how can that be? That the client doesn't know where
Yeah.
they are on their ship. And that's why I need
Yeah.
to go back to the client, to the agent going, did you tell them exactly what they wanted? So this is why it's so important when you go back and you review going, okay, Mr. Client, we're all clear, right? We're going April on the Mardi Gras in balcony 552 facing port, the port side. That's what you want, correct? Dot, 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 dot. Instead of this last minute, I can't be in the front part of the ship because I'm seasick and this. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
So that's part of the follow-up. Make sure that everything is correct. I mean, we're going to try to, Peggy's going to try to do magic on the booking and see if we can, but if that ship is sold out, that's it. Sorry.
That's what happened with that call this morning. The ship is sold out. I've got nothing to be able to move that cabin to.
And I'm just like,
So
why?
all I can say is, when you get on board,
Ask.
go to customer service, see
Yep.
if anything is opened up.
Because here's the thing, and that's right, when you get on board, tell your clients to go to customer service, because there will be no-shows on every ship
Yeah.
that's sold out. So there's going to be some people that missed it. They didn't show-
Last minute cancellation.
Last minute cancellation, yeah.
In time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, remember the final cruise quote. Include the following: the total price of the cruise per person, cabin price, all taxes, fees, insurance, port charges, gratuities, not included. That's not included. Pricing should be purchased with the drink packages, the excursions and spa and everything that we talked to you about. All right, let's go to the next slide.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. Go ahead, you do this one. Ways to purchase.
Ways to purchase: online purchase, cruise line website, phone-in cruise line, then the Archer credit card authorization form. You then need to do the Archer travel booking and commission form. Be careful, do not take cash, and be careful with gift cards.
Yes, that is really important. And remember, please don't take cash. If you're a new agent
Yeah.
and you think, oh no, you pay me, I'll pay them. No, that's it. It blows up on you. You're not a banking
Yeah.
institution. You just get their credit card for each booking and make sure you get the Archer credit card authorization form for each booking. Okay.
Yeah,
and-
because the clients can use their debit or credit cards.
Mhm.
Either one works.
Yeah.
If they want to do a prepaid credit card, yeah, maybe not so much in case it has to be canceled. A lot of those cards cannot be reloaded.
Mhm.
So you have to be careful with that. So debit or credit card really is the way to go.
Yeah, that's the best way to go on that. All right, now let's go
Yeah.
to the next slide. I think that's pretty much it. If you've
I
got
think
any
so.
questions, here's Peggy's email and here's my email address, all right? If you have any questions about what we've just gone through, again, it's really, it's funny. You use Mike's ideas from the Archer Travel Sales Training Program. You incorporate these ideas on top of that. Now at 3 p.m., you're going to have Drew Santiago adding the last element, going, okay, I've qualified the client, I'm going to do this, now I'm going to do this. You guys, let me tell you something right now. The cruise industry is booming. You guys watch us, and you know that each cruise line has their own islands, more than one.
Yep.
I mean, it's
Yep.
like crazy. Royal Caribbean is now buying land in Mexico for the Mexican Riviera that they're going to build a whole another
We
huge
have
hut.
a question.
Sure.
If they choose not to include gratuities when booking, won't they still have to pay them on board?
No, I
Yes,
don't.
they will.
Oh, really? Okay.
If they do not have the prepaid gratuities,
Oh. They're going to get you either
will
way.
need to pay gratuities on board. Now, they can opt to do prepaid gratuities for their cabin steward,
Mm-hmm.
their wait staff. If they have a special bartender that's taken really good care of them, they can tip them separately. Then their tipping is basically good. They're fine. Because the cruise line will see that they have done tipping.
Mm-hmm. I
So
always
they
like.
won't have to worry about the additional prepaid gratuities that they should have paid.
I always do the pre gratuities, and you know, some of the cruise lines I've been offering sales on that this year. We've had
Yeah.
several of them that, like on Norwegian, going, we'll pay for your prepaid gratuities. That's great. You know, Norwegian had a big sale
Yeah.
on it, so you know, look out for those sales. And I'm just telling you, the cruise lines, like I said, they have new ships, they have new islands. You know, it's just amazing. It's a great way to travel. It really is, and we have wonderful videos for you guys to market that with. Amanda, do we have any more questions?
No, we don't have any more
All right, that's cool.
questions.
All right, if you want a copy of this PowerPoint, all you need to do is email me at the end of this presentation. Miss Peggy, I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to be here with us.
You are so welcome, as always. It's always a pleasure. It's always a joy. And just remember, we're right here for you. Never hesitate to call us.
That's right. Never hesitate to contact us. Okay, you guys, everybody, we're going to wrap this up. Don't forget today at 3 p.m. Pacific time, the Carnival Supplier Webinar Training with Drew Santiago. You want to make sure you're here for that. I'm Jose Lambert of Archer Travel Service. Again, thank you, Peggy. See you, Amanda. Bye.
Bye.